Yes, I am in Riga. I have just arrived here to the capital of Latvia. Now, Riga is actually a really fascinating little town, but unfortunately, we don't get to see it that much right now, as we are traveling to the Livonian coast. And there is only one way to do that. We need to travel by bus. Well, I have absolutely no idea how the public transportation system and services work here in Latvia, but I guess we have to find out soon. Here I am in the first village of the Livonian coast, which is called Melsius. You need to understand that the Livonian coast consists of 12 villages that were the last Livonian speaking settlements. The Livonian coast does not equal to Livonian's historical size. Livonia was always a relatively small region, but its historical size was way bigger than the Livonian coast where we are right now, as the Livonian coast is only 12 villages. But of course I decided to come here because this is the part that's really Livonian. It's crazy how maybe hundreds of years ago there was someone there teaching their kid how to catch a fish, and all this happened, all the conversation happened in Livonian, of course. Well, oh guys, I think I see it. I think I see it. Almost there, but let's see first what's written here. Crocs, Melsius. Well, yeah, the name of the place. Now we are heading to another village which is called Kolka. Well, Kolka was once a very important major little town for the Livonians. It served as a fishing hub, and I think culturally there may be more there than here. So let's go there. It's approximately 10 kilometers away and it's gonna take approximately 2.5 hours, but let's enjoy it, guys. Let's go and let's see if there is any evidence of the Livonian language there. I never been in a beach like this in my whole life. I've been in many beaches, many type of beaches. Beaches with rocks, more like sandy beaches, but this is different because of course it's sandy and it's also a beach, but right there you can see the forest. This type of forest, pine trees. Now, this is not the type of beach that is in Croatia or in any other place I've been in my life. It's also very interesting for me. Now guys, this is a disclaimer at this point. I needed something to refresh myself with. I bought this. It says lemonade on the packaging, okay? Guys, I wanted something local. This shit is horrible. Never buy this. It doesn't taste like lemonade at all. Much rather like cheap energy drink or something. Sorry my fellow Latvians, but this is not it. But if I bought it, I'm still going to drink it actually. Maybe your first impression was that I don't like Latvian products and snacks. Well, I like them. For example, this one is some kind of meat made with mushrooms, and it tastes amazing. I have a really weird feeling, guys. Feels like I'm walking in a graveyard of a once great culture. A graveyard of a culture. Because a language is also a culture. So if a language dies, then unfortunately a culture dies with it. Now, Livonian language is not dead. Yes, the last native speaker died in 2013, but due to the heavy revival efforts, there is right now a 5-year-old child who speaks Livonian as a native tongue, because her parents are Livonian revival activists and taught her the language. I think this is very cool. Guys, as you can see, I left the shores and I will walk in near the villages. I think it's more interesting, to be honest. On my way to Kolka, I came across this tiny, adorable little village called Ushi. Well, I think the population is around 15 people. Well, basically, guys, I'm gonna show it to you. This is all the village and it's over. Well, I looked it up and it was also historically Livonian speaking area. Well, it's logical as it's in the Livonian coast. I came across this amazing thing right here. Well, not me, but the lake. Of course I am amazing too, but wow, very majestic. As I am walking down the Livonian coast, I noticed that there are a lot of boats which are abandoned. Well, in fact, they are not abandoned, they just seem to be abandoned. I can see it because there is large parts of fish in here, and well, it smells like fish. So therefore, these boats are still in use. Well, it's a very interesting way. I never saw this, that people put the boats out of water by just simply putting them out directly into the beach. But I guess only in Livonia. So as I was walking from the beach to the main village, to Kolka, I first came across the Livonian flag finally. There and also here. Now, my battery died in the camera, so I couldn't record. Guys, I walked seriously 11 kilometers, sacrificed the whole day, just for my battery to die in the exact moment when I want to record why I came here. Now, it's countryside, right? People are usually generous. I thought so. So I asked someone who lives really close to this institution, to please give me a charger. Now, not only they give me a charger, but I managed to make an interview about the Livonian language. Now, the interview is in Latvian, but at the end, the woman, whose grandma still spoke Livonian, managed to sing a song in Livonian for me. Now, from the worst to the best, guys.
Es arī esmu lībieta, man vecmāmiņa ir dzimusi lībieta, un viņai tēvs runāja tekoši lībiski, un mums vēl joprojām te notiek visādi pasākumi, un mēs piekopjam lībiešu ēdienas visādas, gatavojam un taisam, un es varu nodziedāt nelielu dziesmiņu lībiešu valodā. Aigalēma mēg, aigalēta tēg, aigalēma dammadmet, killam kallam ied. Miera lēma mēg, miera lēta tēg, miera lēma dammadmet, killam kallam ied. Kodai lēma mēg, kodai lēta tēg, kodai lēma dammadmet, killam kallam ied.
This day also came to an end, and I'm ending my day with another Latvian drink. As you can see, I already spilled it on myself. It's Latviešu cola, Latvian cola, I guess. So let's try it out. This is good. This is good. If anyone is familiar with Kofola, it gives off the same vibes, but it still tastes different. Welcome to the second day of our journey to the Livonian coast. Today, our mission is to go back to Kolka and see the institution that we couldn't go in last time. And after that, we need to go to another little town, a little village, which is called Mazirbe. Now, Mazirbe is very important for the Livonian culture. It serves as a cultural hotspot for the Livonians. So we're gonna see. But not going to lie to you guys, I have a bit of a problem here. I need to solve it. So now I should be on a bus. The departure time of the bus was 11:25 and the departure 3 minutes earlier. Guys, the next bus is in 3.5 hours. I cannot walk again 11 kilometers because I have my bag with me and my jacket. So the only way to get there is we need to rely on the generosity of the Livonians again. Now, I'm gonna ask people if they can take me there and maybe, of course, offer them some money so they have some motivation also. I think they're gonna accept it, but let's see. Now, I cannot take the next bus as my day would be completely ruined and we wouldn't even get to see Mazirbe. So I need to act right now, guys. I'm in the car. They took me. They are very generous people, the Livonians. Yeah. So I'm thankful for them. ¿Y por qué estás aquí? ¿Por qué no en Marbella?
Yo 6 años atrás porque mi padre tenía muchos tengo casa frente al mar y no hay problema.
Sí, entiendo, entiendo.
Porque 15 años yo ahí y siempre quieres atrás en la casa,
Ujú.
¿sabes?
Sí.
Tú también sabes.
Yo lo sé, sí,
Sí,
yo
sí.
también. Yo soy de Hungría, de Budapest, pero
Budapest, fantástico.
¿le gustas?
Sí. No, yo tengo empresas.
Ah,
Empresas, bar y mucho más cosas. Y
bueno, pero ¿qué tipo de empresa? Bueno, como...
Irish Pub.
Ah,
Irish Pub. Sí, en Irish Pub en Fungirola, Paseo de Marítimo. ¿Sabes Paseo de Marítimo? Es frente a la playa.
sí, sí, creo que
En
sí.
Fungirola.
Sí.
Sí, sí.
Pues
También-
tienes empresas, tienes bares y...
Ya, más o menos.
Mm.
Después se vende, abre otra, ¿sabes?
Sí.
No trabajo, pero es mi hobby. Yo trabajo por entrenador de niños con problemas de salud, ¿sabes?
Ah,
¿Tú sabes dónde está la estación de autobús?
sí, es que puedo buscar en Google Maps.
Sí, no problema, ahora...
Sí. Pero aquí bueno, aquí hay un instituto para el idioma livonés, aquí no sé dónde exactamente, pero aquí es bueno, sí. Sí, sí. Creo que muy cerca de aquí. Sí, esto.
¿Este?
Sí, eso. Esto, sí.
¿Esta estación?
Sí, esto, mira.
Ah,
Sí. Tengo que hacer un video aquí. Sí, sí.
venga.
Bueno,
Ok.
mis amigos, thank you very much.
Saludos.
Thank you. Saludos. So guys, here we are, and here it says that seals were also hunted here, as well as on the little islands of Estonia, and here in the Livonian coast. Well, this was more or less, at least like around 50 to 100 years ago, and you can see they used these to hunt the seals. Turned out to be this is how the Livonians got their tobacco. Interesting way. Rather use a grinder at least or something. There was a huge fish processing factory here in Kolka. They made mainly canned food, canned fish. Now they were mostly relying on the Livonians as they were the suppliers, the fishermen here. And you can see. And now these are the traditional Livonian outfits right here, as you can see it. They are quite beautiful, guys.
To make this fisherman boat, you need to kill 2 cows, and to get those special boats, Kolka livers were making some strange stuff. In Kolka Cape, very many ships were crashed, and when a ship was crashing, the sea gives the dead fisherman out from the sea, and this dead fisherman leg has those boats, and when body is in the water a long time, you can't take off this excellent boats. So what Kolka livers did, they take a knife and cut dead fisherman leg, put on the tree to dry it, and when leg was dry, then they took it off, and they saved those big nice boats to go to fish.
It's an interesting form of recycling. There are rumors that the Kolka people are like very aggressive, right?
Yes. From this, all the stories in nowadays they called Kolka livers the same, like leg cutters, because they cutting all people legs. So this big box is for bride. Yeah, if you show all this and it looks nice, then good wife you are for your husband. So yeah, all the history says that every young woman had to be this big box full with all those sheets and make it nice. You show these names to say something about yourself. In big stormy days, sea gives amber for us, and Livonian people, they are going and take them and make nice jewelry.
As I am walking out of the Livonian community house, I received a gift. They gave me a book, a phrase book, which is also in English. So that means that I can learn Livonian now, as I don't know Latvian. And of course I bought a flag. We'll go into my flag collection, guys. I noticed something. Here is a little boat, it's quite cute actually. There are flowers in here and the Livonian flag also. There are people selling flowers here. Our next destination is still located in Kolka. Now, it's called Kolka Cape. Now, what makes this cape so special? Well, the fact that two huge water bodies collide there. Well, the Baltic Sea and the Gulf of Riga. Now, this creates huge waves. And as I saw it in the museum earlier, or in the community house, 14 ships sank there, guys. 14. Now that's quite a lot. So let's see what's up in the Kolka Cape. As we are slowly approaching the Kolka Cape, I came across something very interesting. Now I think this is the first time I see Livonian language being used in public, but not for cultural reasons. Here you can see, I think this is Latvian, of course this is English, and this is, I believe, Livonian. Here I am near Cape Kolka, but before I show you guys the cape, I want you to look at this. Here, Livonian is also mentioned in these signs, Livonian language. I think this should be everywhere in Livonia, at least in two languages, Latvian and Livonian. But Livonian always. I believe in the complete revival of this language. I believe it's possible. And I believe that people also want it. As I'm seeing Livonians, they are usually proud of their culture and their heritage. So I hope once this language will be spoken again like before. So I came here to talk about something. We can talk about the view, of course it's very beautiful. But I want to talk about the Livonian flag and what does it represent. So here is the color green. Green color, of course, represents the trees, right? And the white color represents the sand or the dunes. Well, it's right there. And the blue, guess what does it represent? Of course, the sea. Now the flag pretty much sums up perfectly Livonian culture and the Livonian people. I was walking down to Kolka back to the restaurant when two guys came up to me and they said, do I need a ride? Well, they are very nice, right? So thank you guys for the ride. Thank you very much.
No problem. We're trying to find the food.
Now here I am outside of the restaurant. Unfortunately I couldn't record what I ate, but I can tell you guys I ordered the fish soup and also a beer to drink. It was in total 10 euros, which I think it's a good price for it. Now I'm waiting for the guys that took me here to this restaurant from Kolka. Well, they told me that because one of them just bought his car recently, actually yesterday, he wants to use it a lot. So they told me they can give me free rides. Now, I called him and I said to him, I need a ride to Masirbe, and from Masirbe maybe to a place where he lives, which is relatively close to Riga. So now, this is not only an opportunity for me to travel more freely and easily in the Livonian coast, but also an opportunity to meet some new Latvian friends. Another Livonian culture center here. As you can see, the Livonian flag right there. Now, let's take a look at the signs. It's written in Livonian. Now, there is something about Hungary. Ungar, I guess, is Hungary. But as I don't speak Livonian, I will not know what does it mean. Well, good thing, they have a sign also in Hungarian. Ezt a házat a lívek építették, hazájuk Lettország, és testvérnépeik a finnek, észtek és magyarok segítségével. What this means basically is that this house was built by the Livonians, whose brothers are the Hungarians, Finnish and Estonians who also helped during the construction of this house. Amazing, guys, amazing. wollte Kugel doch Deutschland ist dran. Ai, 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 Deutschland ist dran. Ai, 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 Deutschland ist dran.
So, where are your tattoos from?
From here, Dundaga.
Dundaga. All these around here.
I traveled with these very generous people to quite some villages. So first of all, from Koka, they picked me up and we went to Mazirbe. And after Mazirbe, I'm here in a bus. I'm going from Dundaga, which is a little town, but not on the coast, much rather on the mainland, heading to Talsu. Now from Talsu, another bus will come for me and take me straight to Riga. And with the second bus, I arrived to Latvia's capital, Riga. Now, it's raining out here and it's almost midnight. So I'm hungry and I need a place to stay in. And, well, because I'm in a strict budget, these two things are gonna be interesting to solve. And I was wondering if I have new opportunities now. Of course I have. I actually have two new opportunities. The first one is to try the spiciest dinner to ever exist. And the second, of course, which is more important one, is to learn Livonian. So now with this book, I can actually learn the language. For example, I open it here. Do you know that day in Livonian is pava? Well, I didn't. Our beautiful journey to the Livonian coast now comes to an end. I learned a lot during these days. First of all, about the importance of culture, language, and heritage, and how we should pass these to the next generation, even when it doesn't seem to be efficient, because there is a larger language near the area. Now, the Livonians, there were many things that led to the extinction of their language. Of course, the assimilation, and the Soviets tried everything to destroy this beautiful culture, and also, of course, Second World War displaced many, so that also didn't help. Now, the Livonian people are amazing, and I like their efforts. I like how they really want this language to be alive again. And I think this is very beautiful. Culture and languages, in my opinion, are the things that make us humans. We should really keep it up, pass it to the next generation. Now I'm talking to all the people who live near an endangered language. I think you should consider learning it, even if you couldn't use it that much. Because think about your ancestors who spoke that language and who had that culture. For me, it kind of feels like betraying them. And don't get me wrong, of course it's not your fault. But still, I think you guys understand what I mean. And I'm talking now to all my brothers who speak Uralic languages. In my opinion, this language family is by far the most beautiful. How the word sound is just amazing, and is also very unique. Everyone who speaks Uralic languages, please keep it up, pass it to the next generation, and let's keep and preserve our culture. And if you like this video, guys, consider subscribing and liking. I would appreciate it. Also, if you would donate, there is a link in my bio, please consider it, as I will use the money to travel to another places and show you another endangered languages. Thank you very much for watching.